Welcome again, Gundam Converge collectors. Today we have EX32 chassis MS-06R, which is the Zaku 2 high mobility type Psycho Zaku. This came out in 2020, this particular one. It was overpriced, but I liked the idea of this so much that I bought it anyways. There's a bunch of Japanese text here. I'm sure there's a story behind this, and unfortunately not many specs there. Okay. So, while I open this thing up, let's take a look at fandom. There's a whole bunch of bags here and instructions. Okay. What does fandom say here? So this thing showed up in Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. And I think it fought the full armor Gundam. Specs wise is 18 meters. It doesn't have a high weight, but let's see about this blurb. Well, I'll pause it and you can read that. I'm going to start cutting these open. Experimental unit. Okay, it's thought driven like a lot of Gundams. Alright, well, I'm going to close this out. And these are the images from this same web page. I'm noticing a foot here. Maybe there's a flight foot and a standing foot. Yeah, probably. Is protected by cardboard. Okay, let's not cut the character. Oh, it's because the thing has these really pointy spikes on it, so I guess they want to keep those spikes from getting broken during shipping. And the head is also in cardboard because it has an antennae. I don't know why they won't just have the antennae separate, but whatever. Saves me some time. Let's put these instructions. So there are all the parts you're supposed to get in these bags. Swap out a backpack, guns, swap out. A whole bunch of thrusters have to be added to the backpack, blah, 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 blah. And you can have, yeah, flight mode with dangling feet, or you can just have the guy standing on its own. Let me see if I can figure this out. I gotta clip all these off, that's for sure. So let me come back after I do that. Alright, those are clipped off. Here's the gum from that year, but it's starting to go bad. So in the trash that goes. I'll just put this together here. Actually, this goes over here. Or, no, I think it goes here. There's no directional thing for that slot. Maybe it does go, but it's too wide. I'll figure that out later. I guess I should probably put all these pieces on, otherwise they're just gonna get lost. I think it makes sense that these little thrusters are gonna go into this, right? I think it might, well, these are pretty tight friction fits, but if you really don't want them to get lost, you probably want to glue them in place, but they're quite tight. I don't think they're going to fall out easily. Yeah, they're very tight. Hear that friction. There's still 4 more pieces, so did they go in the robot? I mean, maybe there's actually just 4 spares. I think they're actually identical to the ones in the legs. Alright, so that's cool that there's spares, so if you do lose some, you have four 4 chances to fix your robot unless I'm missing something. Interesting. Okay. What are these things? Oh, maybe it has to do with this. Nope. Oh, never mind. You gotta put the... There are not spares, sadly. It would be nice if they gave you spares, but... not the case. Yeah, these are small. Okay, so yeah, really tight fits, which is good, because I don't want to lose those. Alright, now where did these go? I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know about those, but these gold things go on these 5 pegs here. I don't know if there's a shape, but that doesn't want to go on any further than that. They look like round pegs. Oh no, they're actually... there might be flat spots on them. You have to decide for yourself. No, I guess it's just round pegs. So you'll see, you know, the way I clip them. I don't think there's any way you can clip them nicer. You're always going to have the plastic, you know, visible. So the only way to get rid of that would be to repaint all the parts, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so those are those 5 thrusters. I think these have something to do with these. Oh, I see. These kind of go here. I don't know if these rotate. Yeah, they do. So that's kind of neat. So at least hide one of these so it'll cut off marks. I don't know why, you know, Bandai doesn't just mold these brown parts in brown plastic. But it seems like they're not actually brown as far as the plastic. They might be painted. But their model kits don't have that issue usually, right? It's kind of weird. Alright, so yeah, you can kind of hopefully spin it, right? So you don't see those marks as much. So that's nice. I still have 2 more. Oh, they must go in here, yeah. But I don't know if these spin. Let's see. Yeah, these do not seem to want to spin. I think this is all one molded piece, so this you should be a little more strategic where the ugly cut marks are. And I guess I'm going to go with this one. Like this. Doesn't want to get on there very easily. It's weird. Well, let's try the other one up here. Oh, there's actually a shape to these. Those are straight slots. These have like a little corner. So if I look at this, okay. I think maybe it's supposed to go this way. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Boy, why they designed it that way, I don't know. Now I think I've stretched it out. I didn't pay attention to that. So now I gotta glue that on, or yeah, that's a shame. these instructions are so tiny. I think they should really design things better so they're more idiot-proof. But anyways, a little poster putty will hopefully save the day. It should thicken up that gap. Yeah, so poster putty is good. Sadly, yeah, the cut marks are definitely visible. Again, you probably have to spray them. So these bazookas, I'm curious if they come out. I think they do. I think they're just standard like bazookas. They are PVC, so that's nice. They're flexible. There is some sort of thing there. Maybe like a handle's supposed to go there. But yeah, you can remove those 3 bazookas if you want. Pop that back up. What is this thing? Does this come off? I think it will come off. Yeah. I don't know why you'd want to take it off, but I assume these are like drum magazines or something for the rifle. Yeah, if you look at these rifles here, that's got the same drum magazine. It's got an optic, little shoulder thing, the handle. Yeah, so you got 2 identical ones of that. And then while we're at it, we might as well look at this bazooka, squarish bazooka. This is all PVC, so you could dip this in hot water and bend it back if you want. Decent enough details, nice optic with the hose coming. So pretty neat, but yeah, a bit of a recess in the front. Then we have these arm things. So this is the collapsed version, and there's 2 of them. And then this is the extended version. Right. And then this backpack is if you, I guess, want to just showcase the character. So we might as well get into the character now. Let's break his shoulders loose. Oh, that paint is really stuck. Oh, see, it's causing a stress mark on the peg, so you gotta wiggle it around until the paint breaks loose. Or just pull it directly out with no angle. Maybe that works. Ah, this one's freaking me out. I don't want to break this thing. I can just see that gray turning white. That's not a good thing. There we go. Yeah, that's sort of disconcerting. Alright, so this area has a finished backpack, and it's got some thruster details. They're not gold though, but it's got some nice pipe or covered tubing going to the front end. Let me get my toothpick. And then we got some orange and red here for the body. There's some nice gold up in here. I think those are separate pieces, but there's a little extra flash on them. And then this gray torso is alright. The neck is gray. The skirts is red, and the legs. But now we got some floating tubing. But it's not an equal tubing. It's like, it reminds me of like NASA satellites, where they cover them in like gold foil, you know? It's not equal. It's not molded that way. It's just like wrapped in something. More gold thrusters here look pretty awesome, and yeah, those 3 we saw before are pretty nice. The feet will come off, and mediocre details on the bottom of the feet. There's some sort of conduit here at the peg stand there. Alright, so, alright, seems okay. This definitely pointy shoulder armor. And then we have the dark gray here with some 3 studs for an elbow pad. The hands are brown. These might be the first brown hands I've seen in Converge. So, alright, very good. Where's the other arm? The other arm has a shield on it, and it can hold a gun. So very nice, a little orange carrying through on the bicep. And now the head, we got that antenna. Might be glued in place, which is fine. But you can actually take the helmet apart at least, the head apart, because I think you can move that eye. Yeah, so that eye can pivot. Unfortunately, it's not a clear eye, it's just metallic pink. And there's a little, I don't know if that's a paint app, this little thing, or if it's mold. Oh no, it's just junk. Okay, interesting. And then again, this thing has this weird, like, misshapen conduit or hose breather tube. Alright, but I like that you can move the eye around. That's cool. And then it's got the little venting detail there. Not much in the back though. Let's pop this on here. It's pretty tight right now. But nothing really collides with the head, so you can get a little left and right. More this way, because that's a little gappier than this side. So good side-to-side movement on this one. That's fully down. And it'll stand on its own, like most Converge figures do. At least until you start adding a bunch of materials. Let's pose this with a gun, see what it looks like with this. Looks like an old German weapon or something. Alright. And now let's try the big bazooka. Doesn't really rest on the shoulder, it's just kind of up there. It'll stand. Now noticing a couple thruster details or something there. And then I am a little curious, will it take these bazookas out of the back? Yeah, that one might be even better. So that bazooka can fit as well. It looks like these are grenades, or I think those are glued in. Okay, little struts and stuff. Alright, so even just the figure by itself is pretty awesome. You know, I think they should, I don't know if they sell this figure on its own. I don't think they do, but they should. I think they should. It's a pretty cool looking Zaku. We'll compare it to some other Zakus later. Alright, so let's figure out this other stuff here. So this backpack, I think, comes off. Maybe taking the head off would be smart, so you can get your fingers around it. Alright. Then it has this backpack with an open slot in it. And then this backpack goes on that. But which side is the top? I think these must be the top, yeah. Interesting, it's just a rectangle. Usually you have these weird T shapes or L shapes and stuff, but in this case it's just a rectangle. And then I think, oh no, these don't rotate. No, I was trying to rotate this metal piece. But I think this is where those arms go on. So you could just have the arms in the collapsed position. Where's the thing? Here it is. It's on the top. So let's see what it looks like this now. The head kind of wants to sit in this recess. It doesn't want to spin left and right when it has its backpack on. So that's it in like this medium loadout mode, I guess you'd call it. But then you can also jam in this giant thing here, and there's definitely three shapes going on. This is the flat's on the bottom here, the flat's on the side here, and that's just totally round. So I guess I had it right this first time. Something like that. You gotta wiggle it in place. Alright, so there's no way that's going to fall out with 3 pegs. But now, well, actually, this thruster acts as a kickstand, so you don't need the clear stand. It can just stand on its own. And then let's swap these out and get these arms in here. It's kind of weird, because the weapon's going to be in the back, right? Or, oh, maybe they're meant to go to the side. Now, I have a feeling these silver things are supposed to spin. Yeah, the paint was just stuck. Alright, so hold on again. Let me see if I can break this one loose. Nope. Alright. Yeah, see the paint? Okay, so that's good to know. So that means you could also probably flip-flop this. Yeah, you can flip-flop. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it's symmetric, so the peg hole is always on the top. I always, for some reason, feel like the peg should be in the side, but it's not. Okay. So now, this arm here, this arm here, and rotate that up a little bit. Backpack fell off. Maybe actually rotate it back and move the arm forward. Yeah, I think that's the way it's supposed to go, like this. And then you can put in whatever rifle or bazooka that you desire. Right? So that's getting pretty crazy. And so these things will obviously go sideways. They'll go horizontally around. Point upwards, downwards, whatever. So that's cool. That's a cool system. I guess just storage, you could just do that as well. So I think these extended arms are definitely a good idea. Very neat. Alright, I guess the last thing to do is to do the floating feet in this stand. So, paint is stuck again. Come on. Oh man, that is tight. Oh, this one. That one came out. There's like a cut off rectangle shape there. It's not this side, it is this side. Alright, so that's the difference. Yeah, dangling feet versus standing feet. I think you could just do both, but I do want to break this out. Come on. Here we go. No, that's a standing foot. Alright, now we have two dangling feet. Now I'm noticing, yeah, this peg in the backpack just isn't deep enough. I feel like they should have had it go much further into this body. Like if you take this off, maybe what they should have done is actually not even had this, just have this go directly in there, but they'd have to mold on some extra stuff, and then it just make that cavity a lot deeper. But can't change it now. Alright, so this is supposed to support this thing, it looks like, and it seems like this is the back, and this is supposed to go here, like that. It's weird, because I see like another vertical piece, but I didn't see it in the bag unless I missed it. No, there are two vertical pieces, so hold on, I gotta find it. Yeah, you gotta be careful with these clear parts. You gotta make sure to check those bags. I guess it's because I'm doing it through my phone screens. I tend to miss stuff. Alright, so I guess you gotta peg that up there. Well, you know what? It might be better to just peg this into the figure first. Yeah, alright. Well, that's interesting. Let's take this off for now. That's the Zaku. Now, I suspect maybe. Well, this is correct. If you look at this, it's leaning forward. Now, this is with the Zaku in the down position. Okay, so if you want it, the Zaku suspended like here, this has to go up in the taller or higher peg hole. You can have them standing on the ground or in this or flying. So we want the thing flying. All right, so that's what's supposed to happen, I guess. All right. Now his head fell apart. Alright, so there we go. Let me get a spin thing. Alright, so I got 3 other Zaku 2s to show today. This is a high mobility as well. It's number 56 in the Converge lineup. But I added a bunch of details, you know, these jewels and some paint and stuff like that. I used these poster mount on these little acrylic discs. That one's cool. And then this is a Zaku 2 from the Char would use, and it's number 31 in the Converge lineup. Then we have this Zaku 2 from the Special Reel set. There was this and I think an RX78, and they just have extra paint apps, you know, like the Core series. And so it's really cool, you know, having all these little extra details that I could never paint those myself. Go for a spin. So it's it's a pretty big Converge figure, that's for sure. And this side shield here doesn't match the one here, nor does it match the one there. It's a unique casting, it seems. It's a unique casting in general, this Zaku. Like, this has these really angular, flared out, like, legs. Whereas the other ones, they're definitely different moldings. So this is a unique mold for sure. It's nice. The antennae has a flare out to the helmet, whereas these are just kind of grooved in. So, interesting. Alright, let's get these guys out of here. So sadly, right now I don't intend to get the full armor Gundam because it's obscenely overpriced. And it has no tempo printing on it. So this one at least has like white stripes on this. So I have a suspicion eventually all of these are going to become core figures. So hopefully the full armor Gundam this thing fights in that particular animation will become a core figure, and you'll have all the extra printing, you know, like this guy, numbers and panel lines and all that stuff. Then I'll pick that up and we'll continue this video with this one. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next Converge video.